Hey guys, my name is Steve and welcome back to WilmerWoodworks. Mother's Day is right around the corner. I'm not joking, it's like 2 days away if you don't know. And if you're like me, sometimes these special days, special events, they sneak up on you because you're not watching the calendar, you don't know what's going on. But have no fear, I've got a great quick project that you can make in about 30 minutes or so. And the moms in your life, they're gonna love it. Personalized gifts are always a winner, and that's what we're going to be doing in this project. It's going to be a nice display that the moms in your life can put on their work desks, at home, anywhere they care to. All right, for this project you need only some simple materials. 3mm plywood. So I will put a link below. It's an Amazon affiliate link. If you purchase it through the link that I provide, I get a small little kickback, and I do appreciate it. Next, you can inlay a photo, but for this, I used a piece of foam. I actually got this foam for Valentine's Day from the dollar store. It came in a huge pack. You can use foam or felt for a photo. Paint pens, not required, but is always nice to have for your laser engraved projects. Now there's two options you can use for adhesives for these projects. First is 3M double stick tape. So basically, I think I've showed this before. You take your sheet of ply, you put this on, cut it to length, and then you laser engrave this with the adhesive down. And then when you're done, you just peel off the back and stick it, and you're done. It holds very well. Or the good old-fashioned super glue. CA glue can't be missed, should always be in your workshop, especially if you are doing these laser engravings. What I noticed the first time when I made the little base, it didn't fit solid. With a small amount of super glue, it was able to stay upright. So super glue is always nice. Even if you have the adhesive, having super glue when you're doing these laser projects is a must. And I used to use the super glue gel, actual super glue brand, but I've recently been using this CA fixed, and I really like these little pipets that they offer for the tips. If these get too gnarly, you could just clip those off and just keep going back. But this precision kind of gluing is really nice so it doesn't make a mess. Also, if you don't want to use foam or felt or a photo, you can also use cardstock. So you can laser cut cardstock, you just will have to adjust your settings on your laser before you burn your shop down.
I'll just put this over here with the rest of the fire.
Always make sure you do it in a well-ventilated space. So when I do my laser cutting, I have a 12-watt Creality Falcon 2. It was the best option that I could pick at my price point at the time. I would like to upgrade to maybe a 20-watt, or I think they have a 22-watt or a 40-watt in the future, but as of right now, the 12-watt is running perfect for me. My settings that I set my machine to, I always have air assist on for the cuts to make sure everything is clean and there's not a lot of scorching. I always have my settings set to 200 millimeters per minute and 90 to 100% power to cut. And for my engraving, I usually keep it at about 1500 millimeters per minute and about 30 to 40% depending on how dark I want it. When you are working with your laser projects, make sure that you do your engravings first and then your cuttings. I've tried this several times. I've noticed sometimes if I do my cuts first, if it is a small piece, it will cut and actually drop or pop out. And then the engraving usually isn't centered. So make sure you do your engravings first and then your cuts. All right, let's get over to the software and then we'll burn this up and get this done in about 30 minutes. Now that we're over to the computer, the first thing we're going to do is go to Canva. Now, Canva is a great source of elements and graphics and things like that, especially for the laser engraving. You can see here already my recently used, but you can easily just type in heart or Mother's Day or anything like that. So if you type in Mother's Day, now I do have a premium account with Canva, so it allows me to get some additional documents and things like that. Now we just want to look at graphics, not photos or videos, and I just took some of these silhouettes here. And you can see that here under my recent, just a standard heart, and then a standard silhouette of mom and child. So we're just going to call this Mom. We're going to hit share, download. Now again, I have the premium account, so I can download an SVG, which makes everything easier once I import it into Lightburn. We hit download, and once that that's downloaded, we just close out of Canva and then go into our Lightburn software. Now that our Lightburn software is open, we just drag and drop. And since they're SVGs, these files already come over pre-formatted, ready to go. No tracing or anything like that. Now I have this set up on millimeters, so I'm going to change this over to inches. And I like this part to be about the size of a 4x6 photo. So we want this height, we do want this aspect ratio locked just to be a little bit on the smaller side. So if we have a 4x6, we can actually get to this entire image. And now for mom and child, we'll just resize her down a little bit and we'll put her off to the side right about perfect. All we need to do is add our text. We're not going to put a rectangle or anything like that. We'll let the text work. And this is a decent font, so we'll just leave that there. We do want a font that is touching so it's an easier cut. But again, we're trying to make this a fast cut and a great gift, so let's just keep moving along. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is just a standard offset. So I'm going to increase this size a little bit here, and then for mom and child, we'll also do an offset. This one doesn't need to be as dramatic, so we'll just cut that one down a little bit. And then for our text, we're going to just continue that offset, and let's just check the sizing and bring that down. And you have other options here, so if you have like a heavy metal mom, you can leave the points on, but I'm going to leave it rounded because I like the softer look. This selected, I'm going to just group all of these individuals just so I can align everything to the bottom to make sure that everything looks decent. Okay, so now with everything grouped together, we're going to just select this and we are going to align to the bottom. We do want to keep an eye on our size to make sure we don't go too large that it will become an issue for our sheet of ply. Okay, and the last thing we need to do is we'll need to add a small rectangle at the bottom here, and I'm going to change back to millimeters just because the ply I work with I know is 3 mil ply, and I want to turn this aspect ratio off, and I want to make this 3.25. I do want it to be a little bit more than 3 millimeter because I am going to be merging this together in a Boolean union, and I don't want it to be too shallow. Perfect. So the first thing we're going to do now is go back and ungroup everything we just grouped because everything is aligned the way we want it. And I'm going to take the outside of the heart and the outside of mom and child and go to Boolean union. And then with that still selected, go to the text, Boolean union, and then with that still selected, we go to our tab and Boolean union, and pretty much this design is almost finished. The last thing we're going to want to do is, and we do have this set to outward, but that is very large. We want to bring this down, click OK, and I promise all of these layers are going to make sense here in a minute. Okay, so you should be left with this. This is a lot of hearts, but each heart is something individual onto itself. Now that we have all of our layers, what we're going to do is this one, and we'll take mom and child and Command or Control D for duplicate. Okay, so that's that. Now what we're going to do is just take the inside and the outside, and we'll do a group on that, and then another duplicate. We'll just move this over here. So this is going to be a frame, and now we're going to take our mom and we're going to do a duplicate on that. So these two we want on a cut layer. Now I'm going to move this to an engrave layer, and I'll leave mom and child as engrave layer. And then this mother and child, we're going to group these two hearts together. And this mother and child, what I'm going to do is duplicate, holding shift, and do a Boolean union. So now if I click on the small little pieces that are intersecting, I'm going to change that to an engrave layer. So now everything will be cut out, and then just these pieces will be engraved for mom and child, and we'll just group this together. Now when I move this, and we just want to make sure that we don't resize anything. Now the reason we made this third layer here is this is going to be your photo or foam cut layer. So let's make this a different color. Let's see, I haven't used this color yet. So make this blue. This is our photo. This will be in our top layer. And this is our mom. So once this is cut out, we'll just put this right here. Take this and we'll put this right here. And then this will be our photo, which we will sandwich in between here and here. And actually what I can do is I can do a duplicate, and we can make this an engrave as well, just so we can align everything correctly. Ungroup this, delete that. Perfect. All right, last thing that I have to do is the base. So we'll go over here to our measure tool. Oh, what is this? This is 246.27 millimeters. So I made a mistake here. I was supposed to actually make this a duplicate. So you have to duplicate this before you merge this together. So I'm just going to eyeball this here. We'll get it pretty close. And this is 3 mil plywood, so I'm going to make it 3 mil. And that should make that a very tight fit. Now all I have to do is make a base, not very large, and what I'll do too is I'll go to shape properties, and I like to round these off just so they're not as jagged. So nice 7 mil rounding there should be good. This, and then we do want to just make sure that this is centered on the piece. So once that's centered, we'll group those together. Okay, so now what we are left with is a engrave layer and a cut layer. And like I said before, I have a 12 watt Creality Falcon 2, and for my cut layer, I like to put it at 200 millimeters per second at like 95 to 100 percent power. And then for the engrave, we can go 1500 by 40, and then again is going to be a line in one pass. And the very last thing I want to do is put a box up here that is 11 3/4 by 11 3/4, so I can make sure that I line everything up on my plywood without any errors. Okay, so now that I have this, we're just going to select these pieces and move these around, trying to utilize all of the space that we have. Just make sure that you do group everything together before you move it, and do not resize anything or it will not work out well for you. Trust me, I have done that by mistake and it is a mess. Okay, so for right now though, I'm not going to put this on here because that is going to be my foam. So I'm going to move that to 5, and I'm not going to output or show. Well, I'll still show it, I just won't output it. Okay, so now I'll get to the machine and get it moving. Home the machine. Nope. Wake the machine up. Okay, so now all we have to do is we have all of our pieces. We have to do the assembly and the final glue up. So again, you can cut this out of a photo if you want. Just use a piece of foam, and I'll just put a couple of taps of this glue on here, and we're going to use that line to align this. Perfect. The heart and the mother figure I'm going to leave alone for right now, and I am just, now this did break. I did make 2 of these, so I think I'll put both files online. This one with the thin text and the original sample that I did that had a little bit wider text, so it was a little bit less fragile. And this is just a metallic pen marker that I've got here, a little bit of gold. Who doesn't like a little gold accent? I do like etching this just so I'll know where to align everything. And we'll just finish this off. And I will put a link to the glue that I used, the plywood material, and in these pens. There are 2 different packs of pens that I like to use, so I do interchange them. There's this type here that has the metallic colors, and then there's the dual tip markers. Now the dual tip markers don't come with as many colors, but I do like the dual tip because it allows you to do fine, intricate work along with broader work. Now you don't need a ton of glue on this, just a couple of key points. Just align that up so you can't see our alignment lines. And look at that, 30 seconds and that's glued up. So now all I'm going to do is do a very gentle bead around the heart. If you do have cardstock or a photo, this will work a little bit better than this foam because the foam is a little thick. There's plenty of different options out there, so you can mix and match your media. And the last thing we have to do is just put a little bit of glue right on this tab. And you may have to play with your settings on your machine just to make sure that this tab does fit. It is sometimes nice if it is a tighter fit than this, but like I said, this super glue is very great, and within, what was that, 30 seconds if that is glued up and ready to go. Perfect. So that's how you put together a last minute Mother's Day gift, going from design to cutting to assembly. And you can switch out this felt piece here for a photo and make it a little bit more personalized. I will leave this design and the original design that I made where the text is a little bit thicker. and I will be putting it up on my site for free for download. I'll put a link in the comments below. Just in case you don't have enough time to design your own, you can use my design, that's fine. It took about 18 to 19 minutes to cut, and then, I don't know, maybe a minute or two to glue it all together. So it didn't take much time at all, under a half hour. If you can, guys, leave in the comments below what projects you've made for Mother's Day, or what other laser projects you'd like to see in the future. Till next time, my name is Steve. If you enjoyed what you've seen and you've gotten some value out of the video, please feel free to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And until next time, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Take care.